What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trent in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Shut up, Jeff. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Had to say that, had to get it out the way, all right? Today, it's the beginning of the week. We got Thanksgiving coming up this week, all right? And, you know, we all know what we're thankful for. We're thankful for being alive. We're thankful for our friends, our family. We're thankful just to be here, to be able to celebrate people, man. All right, tonight, man, we got one of the best at it. It's my guy, Mr. Walter King Jr. He is better known as the Spellbinder, but he's also in this new movie that's on Tubi. It is called A Thanksgiving Christmas. He is in there. He plays 3-time, all right? That's him in the corner on the right over there, y'all. He plays 3-time, all right? This is a funny movie, but it has a message, all right? Shout out to Mr. Quincy J. Trent for bringing it to us just in time for Christmas, all right? How many people are making Christmas movies? A bunch of people, but this one right here, I think y'all need to go see, okay? Got a great cast in there, all right? And we just want to make sure that we celebrate these people as they need to be, okay? What up, Life Coach?
What's good, man?
I'm chilling.
How I sound?
You good?
I need a sponsorship from these people right here. I swear I do. I run the equipment to the ground.
Shout out to Kamika. Komika or whatever you call them. All right. Shout out.
You just say Kamika.
Let's call them Komika. Shout out to them. All right.
Shout out to them.
Y'all need to get that man his sponsorship. Let's go. All right. What's going on, Marcella?
Hey guys, how are you?
What's up, big sis?
Hey.
Mo B.
What's happening, family?
Hey, Maurice.
Cool. Before we start, man.
You've been rescuing people, Marcy?
She has.
She had the life raft
on the Super Marcy.
Things been happening.
Man, I want to shout out people. You know, I've been I put a thing out last week, man, talking about networking. Networking is so important to your brand. Okay. Shout out to Core. Shout out to New Era. The hats. Shout out to Red Bull. Shout out to my man Michael Collier, Shane Forbes, and of course my publicist Katina Fields. All right, but shout out to this man here. Okay, man, this guy has done so much. We need to get him a residency in Vegas, bro. We need this man needs to be doing his act everywhere. All right, and I know it's coming. Y'all heard it here first. Monday, November the 20th, right here on Dope TV Live. My man Walter King Jr. What's going on, brother?
All right. Good to be here.
3-time.
What's going on, bro?
3-time.
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 Hey, Gina.
What up, Gina?
Hey,
Hey, Walter, thank you for coming through, man. Hanging out with us again.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure, man, to number one, have you here. Number two, find out what you're doing next. Because every time I talk to you, man, you're doing something different, which is
lately I've started working with a group called Target Area.
Okay.
They do a lot of events in the Inglewood area. CEO is Apostle Joseph Stanford, and I'll be performing there on the 22nd. It's open to the public over at the AFC Center. After that, we're working on going back to Vegas on about February the 9th. I'll be working on Sahara Boulevard at a place called Miss Brandon's Place. And I'll be playing the Magic Castle in March.
Look at that.
So we started back to traveling again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
See,
of course,
going on.
I just plugged it. I'm at the Chicago Magic Lounge during Kwanzaa, December 26th through the 30th at the famous Chicago Magic Lounge. And I'll be headlining all of those days, for the signature week.
I'm telling y'all, man, if you have not seen this man perform, all right, and him and I were talking a little bit before the show started, all right. You got a lot of magicians out there that are done their thing. I'll put it like that, but they kind of stopped. You know what I'm saying? And now they're trying to be, I don't know, they're doing other stuff in the name of magic. I mean, Walter, talk about that, man, because you perform magic.
Yeah, and I think that's what is happening is, that they say, things roll around, they come back, and one of the things I'm known for is sticking to what I do. My influence was Goldfinger and Dove. If you haven't heard of them, they were the first African American magicians to perform in Las Vegas, and also David Copperfield, who when he came on the set, he actually brought theater to it, and that's what inspired me because that's where I come from. And theater has never left because people come to get entertained. They don't come to be tricked. And Houdini did his thing. They're trying to emulate that. That's what I see a lot. They're trying to create stunts. Nobody ever seen me floating with balloons before, or nobody ever seen me being buried alive in a casket or whatever that is. And stunts are good, but people actually come to get to be entertained more than. And I just stick to what I do, and it pleases the audience. And you got to stick with the recipe. You got to stick with that recipe.
That's what it's about, though, Walter. See, he just disappeared on us right there. But that's what it's about. You got to entertain, So we're not gonna see you levitating the car across Chicago, are we?
If they pay me to do it, I'll do it. But you're gonna have a show afterwards.
I'm gonna be right there.
It's gonna be. I ain't mad. I'll be right there too, Jenna.
It's got to come back to the stage. It's got to come back to be interactive and something that people can relate to. So I doubt you see me being buried alive or hanging from a straight jacket or anything like that. But you're going to see a combination of theater, dance, illusion, and music, which is really what I'm known for. I'm the only magician that's been on the roster of the Illinois Arts Council because they call me a multidisciplinary artist. Before me, they didn't allow things like jugglers and clowns or even magicians to be on that roster. It was because I brought the arts to the medium, and that's what got me on that planet.
I got a chance to see him twice actually, but one time he was outside. There was a train overhead, and you remember that?
Yeah.
And
I go back. Here comes because the dance actually started what I do. I was a pop locker, and I was also in theater. And that particular event was one of my dancers from the Street Patrol.
Right.
T-Bugs was throwing that. And we still together. Matter of fact, we're going to be performing in Indianapolis in February, on February 17th for Meet the Artist at the library there. And I've done that event about 4 times. The last time I was there, it was a tribute to Vivica Fox. And we're bringing back one of the dance routines that we all did together. So, it's nice to know that he's still doing it and we still come back together. In fact, I go and train with him. You know, he teaches class at Columbia College, pop locking, and he's teaching it to the students. And
Oh wow.
Right, yeah. We do that thing. And he Dove Studios on the north side is where he teaches on the weekend, and he teaches at Columbia. And I go and I take the classes still, so to keep in shape. So
right.
But we got that element, and then we got the theater element, we got the music element, and we got the comedy. And because I'm an actor, which is the reason why I'm involved with Quincy's productions.
So, man, you know, you gave us a GTFOH moment when we saw you. I'm not going to say the words on here. I'm trying to stop cursing. But you gave us one of them get the fuck out of here moments, okay?
Here we go.
Yeah, it is. That's the Greg we know.
You shouldn't have clapped, Marcy. But and it's I'm every time I see this guy, man, he's mesmerized, because I'm looking, trying to see where the strings at. You know what I'm saying? Where did this bird come from? Okay, out of this neck. You cannot. I mean, it's truly illusion.
Yeah, I'm an illusionist. So what I do is I can do CGI in real life, right before your eyes. So that is basically what I like. But you know, it's not going to be like, well, I'm not going to call no names, but there are illusionists who actually perform for the camera and create illusions for the camera. But what I do is trying to perform what you see on camera in real life. And that's, you know, that's the difference that I like to do. But to me, that's the art. You know, you make something look real. Because I started as an artist. I started as a painter and drawing. And, you know, when I was a kid going to the Art Institute, I was fascinated how you can take a block of marble and actually carve a person in detail out of it. That, you know, and it looked like that looks like a real person. They carved it out of marble, something hard. That inspired me. And so I took art, but when I found out that I could do illusions that actually can be in real life, you know, you can actually bring that real life fantasy, that you know, that dreamscape into real life. That, you know, with theater and music and magic, and it was just a medium that, you know, that just brought, you know, magic of the spellbinding to life.
And you're killing it, bro. You are killing it. So let's talk about this movie, man. All right, because it is just in time for Christmas.
Yeah,
and Christmas.
Thanksgiving and Christmas.
But it's called Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, tell us, without giving it away, because I want everybody to go to Tubi and watch. Without giving it away, you're playing the role of 3 times. Shout out to my man John Campanile as well. He's in there.
Oh, hey,
he says hello.
Campanile.
What's up, John?
You play 3 times. All right. Tell us about that character.
Crazy.
Yeah. He you know, it's like Thanksgiving. You got, you know, at Thanksgiving you got the uncles and the cousins, and you know, they coming from all different walks of life, and you know, 3 times is one of those who likes to have fun, but he's been in trouble, but you know, he's still loved by the family and still loves family. So, you know, everybody's coming together in this film from all different types of different positions, and you know, all what it's showing is that it's family. We all got our problems, we all got our flaws, but in the end, we still love each other.
Right.
We might fight and we might bicker, but we still love each other. You know, we're not perfect people, but we still, you know, love is a bond. Love is a bond in family. And that's one of the things that's cool about this film, is that's what it's demonstrating, is that there's conflict in the family, but there's still a bond. You know, what I like about the film is it displays not only family love, but how important forgiveness is.
Oh, that's a biggie.
See, I was trying to tell everybody as we talked about this movie, because we're going to talk about it all week. And I spoke with Dave Leonard. He was in it over here last week.
Yeah.
It's a funny movie, but it has a meaning to it.
Has a message.
Yeah.
You know, here you are in a scene from it, okay? And he even got the big 3 on the front, y'all. Roman
I
numerals.
seen it.
Lord, I missed that.
3
2,
times.
3, and 4 up here.
Why they
So
call
let
you
me-
3 times,
so,
man?
yeah, why they call you 3 times? That's what I was gonna ask.
Because
Watch the movie. Watch the movie.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the time. It's the time family, and it's all about what time we got here. So I was the third one to come. So
They did
Okay.
it 3 times.
yeah,
You mean in birth?
3 times?
yeah, right.
Okay.
Birth
Birth
order.
order.
Birth
Okay.
order.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's a Thanksgiving Christmas, though.
Yeah,
And I know Rodney Perry is the star of it, and he's I'm trying not to tell the movie because the other actors are coming on tomorrow and Wednesday.
Don't tell the movie.
I'm not trying to tell it, but so Walter, how was it? How did Quincy get you for the role?
Well, this is like my third piece. Actually, it's my fourth piece I've done with Quincy. I did his second film back in 2010, and it was just a little piece where I wound up getting shot right in the beginning. And but after that, he called me in 2021 to do a film, Death by Envy, and I played a cop. Now I had done stuff with Quincy before on stage. There was a play we at the Church Living Word where I was playing a role, and Quincy was just actually starting out in theater at that particular time, and that's how we met. But over the years, we didn't really get a chance to work much more after that. But he always had expressed, that he recognized what I brought to the theater table. And then we began to explore. And then, of course, after that film, he gave me a bigger role in the next film, which was Till Death Do Us. And then it was after that, he was like, okay, I see that you bring different what they call levels to a character, which is I can play serious and it's gonna be funny too, but it's gonna be serious. So it's like that guy he can crack, but he mean what he say. And so this film right here is actually my first comedy film that I've done, where it was actually meant to be funny. And so he gave me 3 times, and it's like I just went back to the West Side with it. Yeah. And so he wrote it 3 times, and that's what I brought, the West Side guy, who
he was extremely crazy, dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude was a fool, man. And I'm looking like I know Walter, and I'm like, man, Walter, you went way left on this one.
Right. But every time I do a role, that's what I try and do. I'm trying to make it something outside of what you usually would see in that character. And Quincy, he's good at his writing, and when he writes, the words kind of fall off my tongue. I'm like, oh, this is just gelling for me. And of course, he as a director, he invites you to be creative, which is cool.
Yeah.
And I always tell him, I said, man, it can be a cut or a stay. Just let me know. I'm not married to anything. You're the director. So if it's too much, I'd rather give you too much than too little.
Yeah.
So fortunately, by him being an actor himself, and I think he should do more acting. But I know it's hard to be behind the camera and act too. Well, we're gonna work on that. I don't think you've ever seen Quincy. I've seen Quincy really hit some stuff, and it's like, man, one of these days, I'm hoping that he writes a movie where me and him got a good scene. But he understands he understands the process of that, and when he writes, and of course, I know he wrote this particular piece with me in mind. He knows how I can flow with something, and so that's what I like about it is that he's able to, and then he pulls it together so quickly.
That's the thing, right? Yeah,
he's kind of like a Quincy Jones of movies, if you ask me.
Wow.
You know what, Walter?
Yeah.
We see you a nutball in this movie. You're an illusionist. who are you outside of all of your characters? Who really is Walter King Jr.?
I'm just an artist all the way. I'm an artist. That's why I started in art. I started with drawing, and I never thought that I was going to be an actor. Drawing led to actually me writing, because when I wanted to be a cartoonist, and when I was in the 3rd grade, Mom took me to the Tribune. She actually hooked it up for me to meet a cartoonist at the Tribune. His name was Dick Loker. And because I was really interested in cartoons, and he influenced me to become a writer, because he said, what you want to do? He said, you got some good cartoons. And he showed me little things about my art. He said, you're not going to bring out some shadows and stuff, but what you really want to do is think about being syndicated. And of course, I'm in the 3rd grade. And so right away, I got the education of this is a business, and that's going to take a lot of content. And he was saying, what you need to focus on right now, try to write 1,000 cartoons. Try to write a cartoon every day. He's going to come up with that script. And I did. And I think that I never did make them 1,000 cartoons, but it got me into the flow of thinking. It kind of pushed my brain, in them 4 squares, like you see. That's what I like to do, 4 square cartoons that you see in the newspaper. But you got to do the first, the middle, right there, and then it's got to end with something. And I pushed it as hard as I can. But then I started writing stories, and then from writing stories, I kept up with the creative writing thing. And then in high school, they brought me together. I was in a creative writing class, and they brought me together with the drama club, and they asked me to write this scene that they needed to talk about the importance of what Christmas was all about. It wasn't a materialism thing. And so me and a couple other guys, me, Christopher Lewis, and John Smith, we started writing the script about a materialistic family, and it was so good. The lines that we were throwing back and forth with each other to come up with this family, we liked it so much. We said, you know what? I want to do this. And we can't do this. He said, yeah, they got auditions for the drama club. And so we said, yeah. So we had a team. We said, we wrote the parts that we wanted to play, and then we auditioned for them, and we got them. And that's what got me into theater. And so that was, I was a junior at that particular time in high school. And from that, theater was like a whole new world for me. And I got more interested in being a playwright and stuff like that. But there was this man, his name is Paymoon Rami. He's still doing things today, him and his wife, Maseko Myers. They were at a community theater on the west side, the Montezuma Theater, and they were producing theater over there. And they sent a representative for us to give us some exposure to that. And that's what led me in. I just knew this is what I was going to do. When I went to go see what they did at that theater, I was blown away as a kid. I was like, this is in our own neighborhood. And Paymoon set me up to audition for the first film I got, which was a film with LeVar Burton called The One in a Million story, the story about this baseball player around the floor. And I got the role. And I knew, but even though I went to college for fine art, I knew that all of this was going to come together. So I took scenery and set design. I took film classes. I took, they had a class at Columbia about talent agencies and management. I learned how to create my own contract. And in the midst of that, the magic came in, because I started learning magic when I was 7, but I just wanted to learn. I wasn't thinking about being a magician. I actually ran from it by the time I was in the 7th grade, because I did some magic in the class, and the kids, they went off on me. What you think you is, a magician or something? And it wasn't. But
did you have a martial? Did you have a martial?
Pull the stick out my back, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a magician.
Yeah, they were like, only white people do magic. What do you think you is? I said, I'm done. I started taking karate classes. And I took the martial art.
I don't know karate, but I know karate.
I started learning how to do the flips and the tumbles and all of that, like they do in the
Okay.
movies.
Changed up on us, huh?
Yeah, and so it all came back together in a play where I added the dance and the acting, and it was to music, and that's where Spellbinder was born. But I never left the acting thing, even though I was doing acting. It's just that the magic started making money.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be able to still. This is like it's coming right back home for me. It's like now I'm back to the actor again, and I'm actually more comfortable as an actor than I am as a magician, even though that's my day job. Yeah, I'm more comfortable as a theater and film person on screen, and also I do special effects. In fact, this film was the first time I got a chance to display some special effects that I do for film. I helped Quincy with the fire scene. I had done some stuff for another film that never got a chance to see the light of day because I do prosthesis. I do the mask, the molding, and all of that, light casting and stuff like that. I got into that, and there's the scene where a home catches fire in this film, and he didn't have the effects for that, but so I said, hey man, send me those scenes, I'll set the house on fire. And I did. So and that's something
let me ask you, can you make Marcy disappear? I'm joking, Marcy.
You wouldn't be able to live, right, if I would disappear.
Whoa.
Well,
look, man, we're talking to Mr. Walter King Jr. He is better known as Spellbinder, but he is playing 3-time in the movie A Thanksgiving Christmas, which is out on Tubi right now. All right, so you guys go check it out. It is just in time for the holiday. All right, but you know what? Before I play the trailer for that, you guys got to see what this man does. Okay, I just took a little clip real quick. All right, so this is Spellbinder in action. Okay, Walter, here we go.
It's not easy to find a magician with star talent and a true ability to connect with a live audience.
You know what? This brother got swag like Charlie Wilson.
Yeah, he do.
I hear that.
And he's smooth with the magician stuff.
I'm trying to see how you get a bird to split in two. Okay, Mo, you have something you want to say?
Yeah, man. I was just giving a comment on the stuff that you did with your comics and stuff. You know, with your comics, how they told you how to do the sell to sell. Actually, that led to your movie career, you know, later on. But and how to do those scripts and those sales, because that's basically where they start.
Yeah,
you know, those cartoon sales do.
You're right. You're right on point. Right. Yeah.
Splitting up birds and stuff, man. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, that was interesting.
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't either.
Dean says, my mom hired Mr. Walter for my dad's 50th about 16 years ago. She loved it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the most What's the most difficult part of what you do as far as an actor goes?
As an actor?
Yes.
The most difficult part as an actor, I think it really comes to once you start gelling with the other actor you have to perform with, getting that, finding out where that chemistry links up. Because there's one thing when you're learning your lines, but it's another thing when you finally meet the person that you're about to do the lines with, and you got to make this thing come to light and be natural and be able to be relatable. A lot of times when that happens, I immediately step outside the scene, almost like being an illusionist. I look at the scene. I even look at the script from a different perspective. See, and that's how I do illusions too. Because I always tell people, I said the illusion starts now. This is a matter of perspective. From where you're sitting determines what you see. So I'm determining what is people going to see, and when this actor or actress comes to me with how they're doing it, my response to them with what I'm thinking I'm going to bring to the table. Now this is where the gumbo and the seasoning comes in. The timing, how they're timing their lines, how they're flowing with their lines, their facial expressions, and then at that particular time, I might make a change because it's about give and take at that point. So to me, that's the most difficult part. And then let's say you're with an actor or actress who really ain't got no skills. You still got to try and bring that out of them because I'm not going down. I'm not going down with the ship.
Right.
We're going to make this work, and then it's give and take. And usually, especially if you got a guy who casts good or somebody who casts a good actor or actress, even if they're a difficult person, you can find that spot that it's going to bring out. It's going to bring out that chemistry. Finding the chemistry with the actor or the actress to me is the most difficult part.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to play this trailer. This is a trailer for Thanksgiving Christmas, written by Mr. Quincy J. Trent. It's a story about forgiveness. It's a story about family and love. I mean, it doesn't make a difference what you've done. At the end of the day, it's about forgiveness. So let's check out the trailer for Thanksgiving Christmas.
Well, I talked to Santa Claus. He gave us one private evening under the old mistletoe. Oh, for we hear those reindeers walking, and all our relatives won't stop talking. I got business with you. Only present that I really
Hello. Hey, is that the way you're gonna talk to your favorite brother-in-law in the whole wide world? Look, I just want to see you face to face. I'm here right now. Yeah, I am. Open the door. I want you to help me.
You only reach out to me when you need something.
Nephew. Yeah, bring it all in. I told you she was gonna say yeah. You gotta come around here because it ain't big enough for you to fit through here. Get out the way. I know you ain't talking about nobody's pterodactyl face. Come around. Problem here is with your last furnace, you had a mouse in this area, which put him down here in the barbecue. Hand me that.
Stop the game. What is going on? All right, now one time. Oh yes, let's have a few ground rules here since it looked like you done made yourself at home.
Feel it? You see it?
How did I deserve this?
You don't.
Lord, what did happen to my brother, Lord?
By the way, you kicked me out the house last time like I was a complete stranger. It wouldn't be right for me to answer your door.
Anytime anybody eats your cooking, it's the Last Supper.
You know what?
You always got something.
I always got something.
To introduce Vanessa, this is my wife, Molly. Molly, this is Vanessa.
we met?
I've never met you a day in my life.
What, you don't call today a day? Like, I literally didn't just say hello to you like 10 seconds ago? I'm ready to do whatever it takes to protect him at all costs.
No, you don't want to do anything for me, right? You don't want to kill people again or go back to jail with the bad people, right?
Except I'm just visiting, okay? I'm not over here squatting on my sister, eating her out of house and home.
I made a ton of mistakes, baby, but you gotta forgive me.
Oh, now? You want to ask me to forgive you?
Yeah? What you gonna do about it?
Man, I don't know. I messed everything up so bad. She won't even talk to me.
Makes sense why you have been wanting to make Christmas this Thanksgiving this year. Because you don't really feel like you are gonna make it
That's not
to
what
celebrate with the family.
That's not what I said.
You didn't have to say it. It's all over your face.
That's
Yeah,
good right there.
Coming there, yeah. Let that roll a little bit more, Greg.
Oh, that's what it ended. That was the trailer.
You want to see the whole movie right now?
I know, right? I know.
We can finish acting it out if you like, but okay. And that movie is out on Tubi right now. How was it working with this cast of characters? I know you've been in several of Quincy's movies with a lot of different characters, but how was it working with these characters, these group of people?
Oh, it's like I know so many people in the film already.
Okay.
When you get the new folks, it's still like you come together as a family real quick, and you got to do it real quick because Quincy only shoots the movie 3 or 4 days. So, so it's like, as soon as you get there, we got to get together and see how our lines are going. As soon as you get there in the morning, we got to find a corner and try and run it while we getting into makeup and I like the process. It's a process that it didn't take me too long to get used to. But it was, by it being so different, it's like there's an energy. There's such an energy because we got to do this and we got to do it quick. And of course, to me, it's almost like, you're working with a cast that you're taking rehearsal time with, and then you're working at for 6 weeks you're doing this play together, and when it's over, it's like, man, I wish I had a few more days, with the folks. So yeah, everybody gels quickly because we know we got a time schedule and we got a job to do, so it works. The chemistry works quick.
Yeah, you guys did a great job in the movie, man. It's and again, it's just in time for Thanksgiving, and I want to encourage everybody to go and watch it. I mean, we're gonna talk about it all weekend. Quincy will be on tomorrow or Wednesday, to tell about his process. But we gotta support these films like this because of the fact that, number one, is Black excellence. These guys are doing their thing. All right. Number two, these guys are just like family. Okay. And when you see these movies, you get a feel like, you've seen this in your family before. I know I've seen this in my family before. I know I've seen it. But what's the next thing for you as far as acting goes? As far as are you going to work with Quincy again in another movie? Because I know Quincy's always creating.
Yeah, we got a couple projects coming up. In fact, he's doing part 2 of Till Death Do Us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my shady character is coming back for a scene. But also, we're working on a film that I'm starring in for Valentine's Day.
Cool.
And a Valentine's Day dad. So I don't know if he wanted to let this cat out of the bag or not, but I spoke it. So right now I'm working. I already got the script. I'm working on my character, and he's crazier than 3 times. It's like,
oh Lord.
Oh man.
3-time on steroids. Where he's writing, Quincy's writing, it's like when he's throwing it at me, I'm like, oh, you want me to go there? Oh, okay. So this is no holds bar. This is, it's a cornucopia of different characters with this one guy, and we're trying to get and I'm like, man, we're gonna start shooting this if it's gonna be out for Valentine's Day right now. But it's that's what I'm looking forward to, is being able to do. This is the first time I've been spotlit on a film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like you're ready for it now, then.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for it every day. I'm getting ready for it. So we haven't talked too much about it. I just got the script, and of course he's doing. We're getting ready to shoot. Matter of fact, I think he's already shooting Till Death Do Us Part 2 by now, and my scene hasn't come up yet for the shoot, but that's what's coming next.
So when are you gonna start? When are you gonna start producing and directing your own?
Actually, I'm working with this group called Target Area. I've talked about Pastor Stanford, and we're talking about. I had a play that I performed there called War of the Spirits.
Okay.
Which is it's actually, it has illusions that I built for it, and it's about family, and it's about the power of prayer. And I've been talking about bringing that back to that theater. So also I'm looking at helping develop the script for Valentine's Day Dad with Quincy, and bringing that out even more with some effects and stuff that I have for it. So yeah,
that should be very interesting. And I know you're gonna come back to DopelivenTV and talk to us about that.
Let us bust it out.
Yeah.
You ain't say that like it was convincing, right?
No. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
I'm trying to be careful of talking too much.
There you go.
We're gonna let your brain relax for a second, okay? Marcy, take us in.
All right, let's take a quick break to redirect, regroup, and refocus with life coach Jeff Relaford.
So, everybody, for today's 1 minute thought, what I really want to talk on real brief, it's just not giving up, because I had a real interesting conversation with my wife today, and I don't express a lot. I don't talk about all the stuff that I got to do, like behind the scenes, to develop me, the personality. I know what it is for everybody else too. I know Greg deals with that, Jana, Marcy, Mo, and our guest here today. He does that same thing, but it's we have to take steps to develop who we are. You know what I mean? Especially in the roles that we have to play. And the thing is, I just want to encourage people, just don't give up, because when you think you're not excelling and moving forward, you are really 10 steps ahead of yourself. Yeah. So I really just want to encourage people to just keep pressing forward, keep pushing whatever dream, whatever idea that you have, whatever you choose to manifest, just know that you can manifest it because you are great.
We got it. Gonna keep it. Yes, sir. All right. Make sure y'all support him. He has his own podcast as well. So doing this thing. All right, y'all support him. Walter, we appreciate you coming through today, man. It's always a pleasure having you on here. You're doing so much, and I know it's a lot more in store for you. Okay, we got to get that Vegas residency, bro.
I'm working on it, man. I'll be out in Vegas February 9th. We targeting. I'm going to be playing this place called Miss Brandy's Place on Sahara Boulevard, and for my first time, I'll be playing the Magic Castle in Hollywood in March. Okay. And I got tour dates coming up. I just got booked to play Terrell, Texas, in May.
Man, on the other side of Dallas. I know exactly what it's at.
Yeah.
Don't drink the water. Don't drink the water.
Don't drink the water.
He said, "Don't drink the
Don't
water."
drink the water in
Don't
Terrell,
drink the
Texas.
water.
It's got oil in it.
Oh, okay. I have never been there before.
Dude, I got so sick of don't drink the water. Just take my advice. Don't drink no tea. Don't drink nothing that got water in it unless it's in a bottle and you can see it.
Oh, you know what? Thank you for that advice.
You can be deadly sick. I thought I was going
don't
to
know what
die.
they gonna do. How they gonna hydrate?
But I'm an alkaline.
Bottled water. Just get your bottled water.
I really only drink alkaline water anyway, so I kind of carry my own.
Yeah, you carry your 9.5.
The 9.5.
Can't your alkaline?
Right. Yep.
I don't know.
10.4 pH.
Oh, dang, that's high.
That's high.
9.5 is usually
Yeah, I know. I go 10.4, and you can get it at Whole Foods.
You know what's so crazy about that?
Really?
When you go like that, when you go 10 and 9, 9.5, cancer don't have a chance. You know?
That's the whole point, and the energy stays high.
Yep.
Y'all through?
I learned something new. Hold on.
Here we go.
I'm just saying. All right, but we want to thank you, man, for coming through and hanging out with us, man. If there's anything you can tell anybody about what you do and everything, and if they're trying to get into what you're doing, what would it be?
The first thing you got to do is do it. You got to get into it. It's like, I went to Columbia College, but basically a lot of stuff that I was exposed to at Columbia, even though I've learned certain little, the little I call it pamphlets. It's nothing like jumping into it. For instance, I'm a self-taught illusionist. I didn't have a teacher. I didn't have a mentor.
Wow.
I basically taught myself. I saw this little TV spec back in the day called The Magic Hands. It was on a kids show.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too.
You remember that? You remember the Magic Hands? It was just two white gloves. It was just two white gloves. They showed you the trick, right?
Yeah.
And in fact, today I have a teaching video, which I'm teaching, but it's just I just put the white gloves on, and I wanted to do something that no matter what language you spoke, you could learn the magic. So that's why I put that together. And I have a spellbinder teaching tape, and it's just you just got to get into it and get started and do. You say do what is you. This is the thing. Don't imitate. Don't imitate. It's good to go ahead and do what you see other people do, but then make it your own. And because you're gonna be happy. Because I started doing what I saw David Copperfield do, but after a while, it's uncomfortable doing it his way. But I've seen people try and do it my way, and it don't work for them. And it don't look right. And there's a lot of magic that I bought. I spent so much money on magic. When I saw the magician do it, and it's still in the warehouse, it's still in storage, because it's like I don't see no place for it for me right now. It don't fit. It don't communicate. You gotta be able to communicate in your own voice. That's the thing. With every actor, with every dancer, with every sportsman, you got to be able to communicate in your own voice. You can't be an imitator. It don't come natural. Each of us are born with our own gifts and our own talents that are unique to us individually. And then when you find that vibe, it just comes natural to be able to express it. And it's okay that like when I work at the Chicago Magic Lounge, I love watching these other magicians that are doing stuff that I can't do. I suck at card tricks. I suck at card tricks, but I see these masters. And so I have to sit back and just enjoy. And at the same time, I'm glad that they enjoy me as well. It's like because we all come together as a family, everybody's got a different flavor.
Yeah. They can't pull two pigeons out the sky. they can play with cards, but can't pull them pigeons out like that, right?
Yeah, split DNA right in front of you.
Right. And that forces you to do the best you can do. Because I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put this out of reach.
Right.
There you go.
I thought the one pigeon was awesome, and it came from across the room, with scarf. And I was like, oh, that's awesome.
tell
Yeah,
you, they're
changing
doves. I have to respect them. They're doves.
Yeah.
They don't like being called pigeons.
So
Okay. Oh,
you call them pigeons.
He's sitting over here flexing because he heard pigeon. His head went up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, his head went up. He was like, "See, look, you like pigeon."
Yeah, what? He said, what? What?
He about to come get you, Mo, real quick.
Yeah, right. He said that mug in the middle. What are you talking about? All right, sorry,
Every
Mr.
time,
Dub,
every time he said pigeon, he flinched.
Turn him into an eagle. I dare you. Turn him into
an eagle.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't play with eagles. They eat the doves.
But that's what's up, man. We appreciate you coming through, man. And
Thank you.
Hanging out with us, man.
I appreciate you having me.
You always welcome here, man. It's home.
Thank you, sir.
Mo, you got something you want to say real quick?
Man, I'm sitting up here thinking how great this would be in addition to Distinguished Actor Guild's 2024.
Oh, look at you.
The magic.
Oh, come on now.
Look at
There it is.
I'm looking at Gina. See, she's smiling. She got a mic.
She heard you.
She got a mic.
I didn't know it was music, but hey, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. That would be awesome for you to do Distinguished Actor Guild 2024.
We'll be talking to Walt about that. Marcy, what you
All right. I'm looking forward.
Yes, sir. Marcy, what you got?
First of all, thank you again, Walter King Jr., for blessing us with your presence today. And just want to say something to people who are want to get into the creative field, into theater, filmmaking. Know that there are so many different layers. Mr. King made the comment that he does more than just the acting. He can write, talking about producing, directing. You also have makeup artists, wardrobe, behind the scenes with the props and things of that nature. Do what makes you happy. Life is short. Go for your dreams.
Yes, sir. Like Coach.
Love it. Yeah, I want to say, man, I love how you were tying in the how you do the illusion tricks to acting too. You know what I mean? So I want to tell people you can always take something from something else. You know what I mean? And always apply those same tricks or apply those same different types of aspects to make it work for you. And a lot of people don't realize that. You know what I mean? They think they have to be so straight line when they're in a certain area and just adhere to those rules and regulations. But hey, man, I love how you explained it. You can pull different things, different rabbits out the hat, right? You know what I mean? To make it work.
Right.
That's what's up. Gina.
Man, I'm telling you, Walter, you're in a very, very unique field. I don't know any magicians except, our classics. But that's something that people aren't exploring, and you're keeping it alive and you're keeping it in front of people. And I appreciate that.
Yes. That's what I try and do. And I do a matter of fact, in February, I will be back at the DuSable Museum. I was there for about 17 years straight doing this show called Legacy of Black Magicians. And they called me 2 weeks ago, and they want to bring that show back. It's the history of African-American magicians from slavery days through the Harlem Renaissance, through the 60s and 70s, all the way up to the day. And it's a piece that I have been doing, man, since the mid-90s. And so I do what I do, and I talk about the artists who influenced me along the way, and I do the pieces that I do in my own style, but based off of the influences of those magicians from the past.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Man, I just want to say that we got to make the best out of the opportunities that we have, all right? That's what Mr. King has done. He's had tremendous opportunities and made the best out of it, okay? Your net worth is your network, all right? Understand, you got to make sure that you're networking in the proper way. I wrote earlier last week, I think I put myself in my career in places where I'm very uncomfortable, where I don't feel like I belong, so that I can get used to the opportunities that are presented. And it's worked out very well. So I encourage everybody to take the opportunities, look at Mr. King's story, his journey, follow his journey, find out what he's done. Look at everybody on this panel and other people. Find out what they've done in order to make their lives better and taking the opportunities and making the best out of these opportunities. Walter, appreciate you coming through to the show, man, hanging out with us, and anytime
Yes,
again. Come through.
Appreciate you all. Peace,
Most
love, and
definitely.
magic.
And magic. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
We'll see you guys tomorrow, right? More with Thanksgiving, Christmas cast. I don't know who's going to come on tomorrow, but they'll be here. All right. So
All right.
we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Peace
Nice
out.
job, Walter.
Peace out.